23 करोड़ स्टूडेंट्स के फ्यूचर के लिए आवाज उठाई और सरकार ने उन्हें टेररिस्ट बता दिया। भाई ये सुन के तुम्हारी वोट लग जाएगी। आज हम एक ऐसी कहानी ब्रेक डाउन कर रहे हैं जिसे मेन स्ट्रीम मीडिया ने पूरी तरह ट्विस्ट कर दिया। We're looking at the massive CJP protest, the devastating NEET paper leak, and the intense narrative warfare that followed. Let's get right into it.
Terrorists or students? Let that question hang in the air for a second. Think about it. We're talking about youth fighting for their hard-earned careers, getting branded as national security threats. Kaise? Kyon? Yaar samajh aa raha hai na how messed up this is? This shows you exactly how quickly genuine anger from young people can be weaponized by the system.
Let's move to the root of the pain. 23 million, that's 2.3 crore students. जैसे मम्मी के प्रेशर कुकर में विसल बजती है ना, वैसा प्रेशर होता है इन बच्चों पर ड्यूरिंग एग्जाम प्रेप. Years of studying, sleepless nights, parents spending their entire life savings, all destroyed by the NEET paper leak scandal. This isn't just a statistic. It is an entire generation's future completely shattered.
And exactly how is it shattered? Bhai, just grasp the sheer scale of this corruption. Step 1. A chemistry teacher in Seeker actually finds the leaked exam PDF circulating on WhatsApp. Step 2. The CBI steps in and catches the alleged kingpin PV Kulkarni. This guy is a lecturer linked to the NTA, and he was literally dictating answers in special coaching classes in Pune. And step 3. A 5 lakh rupee bribe was paid by a Latur coaching owner directly to an NTA paper setter. Bhai, they sold the future of our youth for just 5 lakh rupees.
The fallout of this corruption was absolutely devastating. Heartbreaking student suicides followed across the country. Families were broken. Young lives ended because they felt the system completely failed them. And what was the response from Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan? Absolute silence. Zero accountability. The ministry simply looked the other way while the students were drowning in despair.
But this is Gen Z we're talking about. Unko dabana itna aasan nahi hai. Enter the CJP or the Cockroach Jantar Party. Now the origin of this name is absolutely wild. A Supreme Court judge actually insulted unemployed, frustrated youth by calling them cockroaches. So founder Abhijit Dipke and these brilliant young minds reclaimed it. उन्होंने एक गाली को एक 23 million strong online movement में बदल दिया भाई. They used memes, satire and viral truth-telling to build a massive, undeniable community.
By July 20th, that massive online community hit the streets. Thousands organized the Chalo Sansad march, peacefully walking from Jantar Mantar towards Parliament. Their demands were crystal clear and incredibly valid. First, release climate activist Sonam Wangchuk. Second, the immediate resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan over the NEET leaks. And third, 1 crore rupees compensation for the families of the students who died by suicide. They were marching for justice.
But let's see how this builds into complete chaos. ध्यान से सुनो escalation कैसे हुआ. At Jantar Mantar, the march starts peacefully. Then 800 to 1,000 students advance along Sansad Marg, getting closer to Parliament. Still peaceful. But as they reach Shastri Bhavan, everything changes. The police initiate a sudden lathi charge to push them back. A completely peaceful march suddenly escalates into a brutal, terrifying confrontation.
और ये देखो, without any warning, the police fired more than 6 rounds of tear gas directly into the crowd. Over 110 people were injured. Imagine the sheer shock of firing tear gas into a crowd of unarmed students holding banners. Students ended up in the ICU with severe head injuries. It was absolute mayhem on the streets of Delhi.
The casualties and the chaos captured on camera were horrifying. Gitanjali Angmo, who is Sonam Wangchuk's wife, was addressing the crowd, and allegedly, her hair was violently pulled by police officers. Young women were beaten. Minors were hit. CJP leader Abhijit Dipke was arrested. Now, around 35 to 40 police personnel were also injured in the clash. But here is a very crucial point. Mysterious stones were found inside trucks parked nearby, despite strict bag checks by the police at all entry points. How did those stones get there? Who brought them?
And तभी हुआ वो जो किसी ने सोचा भी नहीं था. The media completely flipped this story. Bhai, the evening news completely changed the narrative of what happened that afternoon.
The contrast here is a massive reveal. On one side, mainstream Indian TV channels like Republic, Z, and Times Now selectively showed only clips of stone pelting, heavily pushing a both sides violent narrative. But on the other side, we have the ground truth. Instagram was flooded with over 1,000 videos proving the protest was entirely peaceful until the police attacked first. The TV narrative was a complete and utter manipulation of the absolute ground reality.
And then came the labels on prime time. Anti-national, urban Naxals, terrorists. या समझ आ रहा है ना? This is narrative warfare.
These anchors used extreme labels to completely delegitimize genuine student grievances. They wanted the public to focus on the word terrorist so you would completely forget about the NEET paper leaks and the destroyed careers of 23 million youth.
But the truth always leaves a digital footprint. Independent fact-checkers like Boom Live investigated the footage going viral. They found that old, recycled, violent videos from entirely different incidents were being aggressively shared online from both sides. Misinformation was deliberately weaponized to bury the real issue under a thick, confusing fog of a fake violence narrative.
The most embarrassing part is the global contrast. While Indian TV news ignored student rights and focused entirely on delegitimizing the protest, international media stepped up. Reuters, BBC, AP, CNN, they all covered the actual student rights crisis. They reported on the NEET leak fallout and the government's heavy-handed response. Even celebrities like Preeti Zinta and Diljit Dosanjh had to speak up. The global media showed the real issue, while local media played dirty politics.
And speaking of politics, let's impartially look at the reactions because the crossfire was immediate. On the BJP side, JP Nadda visited the injured cops and labeled the protesters destabilizing elements, claiming CJP has political links to app and uses PR bots. On the opposition side, Rahul Gandhi and Kharge actually joined the protests, calling the PM anti-youth and condemning the police brutality as shameful. Now, I'm not taking any political sides here, but this brilliantly illustrates how a genuine student crisis was hijacked and turned into a political battlefield by all sides.
When you look at all the evidence, the core issue remains unresolved. जब तक आवाज दबाई जाती रहेगी, ये देश नहीं सुधरेगा. Every time the youth demands accountability in this country, they face lathis and labels. But with thousands of smartphones capturing the truth, the old tactics of silencing them are failing. The NEET paper leak ruined millions of lives, and that is a reality no TV narrative can erase.
The evidence is right in front of you. अब तुम बताओ भाई, क्या लगता है? Did the media do their job or did they betray the students? अगर ये एक्सप्लेनर अच्छा लगा तो लाइक करो, कमेंट करो, सब्सक्राइब करो नेक्स्ट लीफ को. Keep questioning the narrative and I'll see you in the next one.